That's what's going on.
But I mean, wasn't CP close to King? I mean, CP was King. Yeah.
Well, no, CP ain't no Freeman. I don't care how they try to tell y'all that his name, you know his real name. But anyway, you dig what I'm saying? This guy, you dig, man, how can I put it? He was raised by King Dave. You dig? King Dave was supposed to have adopted him back in the day. You dig? So one day, King Dave's house was broke in, and King Dave found out who did it. And King Dave whooped the person with a chair and told the person, stay the fuck away from him. Don't never get in his face. Man, you know, and a lot of things happened back then. You dig what I'm saying? So we ain't gonna play with this. But let me tell you this, man. My brother Pluto was king of the Speed King. And when King Dave came to the nation, my brother them, after they all sit down and talk, they all sit down, gathered together, and King Dave was known as Lil Didi, you see, and they got behind him. Now, as you know, I'm going to just go into a little depth. Leonard Longstreet, Laverne Longstreet, them the ones started the Devil Disciples. You see what I'm saying? King Dave inherited the nation from them. You see what I'm saying? And that's where I come in at, doing King Dave line, you dig, and stuff. I was a shorty, but trust me when I tell you, you dig, I did what anybody else was supposed to done, being a disciple, being a Gonzato. You see what I'm saying? So King Dave and my brother was real cool. King Dave, we were living next door to him. He used to come over the house because he called himself sweet on my sister, Pat. And he used to eat over there. They slept over there. You dig? They did, man, look. And a lot of times you seen him, I was in the car with him. You see, a lot of times things happen. He sent me, you dig, to look into a lot, to take care of a lot. And I ain't going no further than that. But everybody that's a real gangster, a supreme gangster, over there on 68th Street, bear witness, you dig, that I used to come and sit in the meetings with them when they had meetings on 68th Street. You dig what I'm saying? They would bear witness, you dig, that I was always like I am. When it comes to anybody that's a part of us, they got my loyalty 100%. But all this foolishness going around is coming from the liars, coming from the peoples that did wrong to the nation. And by these peoples don't know, they dealing with wolves, you dig what I'm saying, in sheep clothing. They finding out, and some of them finding out before it's too late, you dig? But they backdooring each other, they lying. Here's a brother just told me the other day that Hoover was a Crip. Man, I damn near cried. Then they start talking some shit about the 12 kings, some more shit about the 9 stages of death. These brothers ain't being taught nothing, man. These niggas supposed to be boys. They lying to these boys out here. They using these boys. Got these boys putting up money that these boys ain't seeing no more. While they running around here looking big in front of these girls, sending their kids to college or school, or paying their bills and everybody else hurt. Hell no, that ain't disciple, that ain't black gangster disciple, or none of that shit. You see what I'm saying? So these guys need to get it together, man. And I don't care what they say, but the proof is in the pudding with me. Get the goddamn paperwork about Sundown and Don Smokey, and they will see, you dig, the truth. It's in black and white. Quit passing the lines around. Quit playing. I don't know why these brothers don't ask them. Show me the proof. Show me the paperwork. You see, they ain't doing that. They ain't doing
That's real. That's real. And so let's go ahead and clear this up. We cleared this the interview. That's why I said we put in everything in the rest. Any of the audience, the audience, y'all look, you know, y'all looking at this, ask y'all questions and we'll ask them. Cause after this interview, it shouldn't be no more questions or anything about these brothers' character. So what about this? What do you say about brothers saying that that you admit to having sexual activity with Don Smokey? How do you?
Hey, listen. let me say this. You dig? When I
Word up.
said all, let me say this. When I said all that, I was disrespecting him like he was disrespecting me. You dig? That's why I said that. And that was a call out move. You dig what I'm saying? But I see people took it and ran with it. You see, that's all that was. You dig? A call out move. Yes, I said that. You dig? Because he was saying things, so I said things to get at him.
That's real. Now, that's the truth right there from the horse's mouth. So you never had no sexual contact or anything with Don Smokey, anything?
No, hell no, hell. Hey man, look, me and Don Smokey were friends all the way from St. Charles to the penitentiaries. You dig what I'm saying? And Smokey, we fell out because Smokey wanted everybody to become black gangster disciples. I kept telling him, no, we from the house of David. You know how this go. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't go. And that's why me and Don Smokey really fell out. You dig? Same way with Crusher. You did Gregory Knox. Same way with a few other older guys. I wasn't playing them games, man. These guys, look, man, I ain't never seen King Dave fake with the peoples or none of that. He helped everybody. You dig what I'm saying? And that's the truth. And what people had against him was that they claimed he was messing with they females. And when everybody called themselves gonna go against him, you dig, it was me and a few others. Because in 1971, when the nation actually split it amongst disciples, you dig what I'm saying? And them guys know who I'm talking about. A couple of them dead now, but they went around talking about who with them, and man, and we ended up fighting each other in 19. But we hurry up and pulled it together. You see what I'm saying? And we went on. You did what I'm saying to represent King David's king. You know what I'm saying? So, you know.
That's real. So after that, after everything, after you've been through everything you've been through, would you ever redo your life over? Like, you done did 35 years of prison time, correct?
Yeah, about 35, 45 years of my life, yeah.
Yeah. So would you ever do it over? Like, was it
No,
anything
no,
that you
no,
would do
no,
over?
no. No, I wouldn't change nothing. Because in the course of my life, you think if I changed anything, then I probably wouldn't have been that close to King Dave or Hoover. You know, let me put some on the air, man. Let me put some on the air. In 1969, King Dave crowned Hoover, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm the one walked him down the aisle. You dig? Now get ready, because this is the truth. In 1971, when Hoover lost his crown to Irving Green, you dig? And after that, it was some things jumped off. Hoover went on the run. So Irving Green was left, even though Irving Green ended up dying in 72. And so Hoover finally came to Stateville in 1974. They set up to try to kill Hoover because they said Hoover was supposed to have been running around talking about King Dave said if he died, he's supposed to take over. You know which one true? And Hoover kept telling everybody, I didn't say that. That ain't true. This and that. You dig what I'm saying? And stuff. So anyway, man, you dig. I told all disciples that believe in me. And the people is on the street right now that can verify I'm telling you the truth. And there's a lot of people in the penitentiary when I made that move. You dig? I didn't let nothing happen to the man. The man kept saying, I ain't the leader no more. I left it alone. I said, no. These dudes say, you they leader. I said, this y'all leader. They say, yeah. I said, then you they motherfucking leader. You dig? And ever since then, you dig, that crown went back on his head. And when some of the GDs out here, you dig, went back into the archives, old newspaper articles and everything else, they found it to be true. Just like with the brother, what's his name? This brother, damn, what's his name? The brother that when he found out about it, you dig what I'm saying? He said, bad as I wanted you to be wrong. He said, man, but you told the truth. You see what I'm saying? And the other brother, Tennessee, he came out with the Larry Hoover story. Look at the Larry Hoover story. It'll tell you right then the truth. You dig what I'm saying? But when people hear it, they don't want to recognize, they don't want to believe it, but it's the truth.
So why? I mean, so why when it came down to you, when you saying that Larry Hoover got crowned, why are you the one who walked him down the aisle? Why wasn't it nobody else to walk him down the aisle? Why was it that you walked him down the aisle?
Bruh man. Him and King Dave reached out for me. It was King Dave orders that I got up on the platform and said something to the peoples while they was in the back room talking. When I tell you I walked with the man, I rode with the man, and I ain't gonna say nothing else, you did, cause we live. But when I tell you, you did, I was right there, and I wasn't playing no games, you did. It's the truth. Some people say he was young. Ain't no secret. Ain't no secret I was young as hell. But goddamn it, I can go to the Prince and everybody else that used to come and get me and take me places. You dig? And I'm gonna leave that there. You dig? But let me just say this, man. I ain't got time for these games. But believe me, you dig what I'm saying? Ain't no fiction with this. You dig? All this is the truth. And anybody want to really go there, man, we can go anywhere in Chicago. I take them to Hoover, man, people. Even when Larry's sister heard the truth, she didn't want to believe it, but they found out. You dig? They found out that I didn't lie. His son, they found out. But I guess people hate the truth. Now David crowned him, and he's supposed to be the one that's running everything now. Come on, man. These guys don't even know the law. They don't even know the truth.
Now they say, the audience say, can you clarify, when you said that in '74, that Larry being in Statesville, can you clarify that? Because they said they never heard him of being in Statesville in 1974.
Larry Hoover was in Stateville Penitentiary in 1974, D House with me. They were working in the book bindery, man, the mattress shop where they fix mattress. A lot of people was there. A lot of people was there. These people know I ain't telling no lie about that. Well, I'm gonna get on here and just say a lot of stuff. No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Are you related? Are you related to King Shorty?
King Shorty, brother, got a child with my cousin, and that's about far as we go to be related.
Now, is that the reason that this out there? Is that the reason that you and him never actually had a fight, or anything like that? Because y'all really related.
No, man, no, that ain't, no, hell no. Man, when me and King Shorty was coming up in the ranks, it was love. You dig what I'm saying? It wasn't none of this chaos or none of that, man.
No, hold on, TP. I'm talking about after he didn't slept with your wife or slept with your girlfriend.
No. King Shorty was in violation. Look, man, when I broke the law, I took my violation. When they talking about they weren't gonna hit me, man, they had to fight. They had to fight. I made them fight. You see what I'm saying? I took my violation. But anything I did wrong within the nation, you see, I wasn't playing no favoritism or none of that. So anybody know me that's a real disciple gonna tell you the man ain't lying. I ain't playing no game.
That's right. And do you feel that that you divided the mob up and divided after you split from King Shorty? King Shorty wasn't
no. Listen, man, listen. Shorty told me. He said, "Man, I'm gonna go my way." He said, just like this. We was on 64th and Cottage Grove when they thought they had caught me and had me surrounded. And when they jumped out them cars on me, when they turned around, you dig, Shorty was trying to tell the guys that were with him we surrounded. You dig? And that's when Shorty told me, man, I know you got to have some love for me that you ain't had nothing done. He said, but man, can we talk? We went and sit in the car. Fontaine was the driver of the car. He said, man, Don, man, look, it's things I want to do that I know you ain't going to do. You know, he said, man, this big enough for both of us. You dig? And I looked at him, man, I was hurt because I couldn't believe, man, I just took you and put you in power after didn't nobody want to mess with you. You dig? He ran to be the king, man. Didn't nobody want to mess with him. You dig?
So why would,
man,
so why would you put somebody in power who nobody wanted to mess with?
Because this was a new day for us, and I believed in him. That's why I did it. And I know he had the knowledge. He was up under King Dave with me. You dig? Man, look. It was just that I was giving him a chance. You dig? That's why he was in power, because didn't nobody else know what he knew. Didn't nobody else walk them grounds with us like he walked.
So he was personally trained by King David, and he had the understanding of King David.
When Shorty them first come into the nation with us in 1968, you dig what I'm saying? Man, he was King Dave-like, you know what I'm saying? And man, he was honorable. You know, that's all I can say until the years went on and things started happening that I really didn't know nothing about until later. But still, I didn't let that affect my judgment. You dig? I believe that, you dig, while I was in jail waiting to come home, that he could handle things and keep it together. I never imagined for what happened to happen. And I ain't talking about with my wife. I'm talking about with the nation in general.
Well, I mean, can I ask you this? You know, you can answer it or you don't have to, but what was the reaction of your wife when you came to her with the information that you learned that, you know, him and her and King Shorty was messing around? Like,
No. My wife told me what had happened, just like the members told me. They kept asking him, why you get a room with her when you could have went in any other room? And he's told them something. And then when she told me what had happened in the room and what was said, I confronted him. We was in the Cook County Jail. You see what I'm saying? And I confronted him. We was in the bullpen. And right after that, you dig, because it hurted, you dig, for him to have done that. But whether you want to believe it or not, one of his own family members told me that, you dig. And the one that told me, you dig, man, I'm gonna just leave it there. But she told me everything that took place. You know what I'm saying? Same thing happened with White Cloud Woman. Come on. You know, same thing happened with her.
He slept with White Cloud.
Ain't nothing pokey, man. Come on. Ain't nothing strange. Hey, man, listen, man. You know, this man did what the law said don't do. If we can whoop one of the members for breaking the law, who in the fuck you think we is that we can't be touched?
So knowing the history of you, and from what I hear, that you had the hands back in the days, you was a boxer, that nobody could fuck with you. Why didn't you just punch King Shorty up when you got close to him and fuck him up?
Well, we never got close like that again, other than when we was at the funeral. When we was at the funeral and I approached him, you did, my sister and them kept saying, Dirk, no. Just the funeral, no. You did, because it was finna go down deep. You see what I'm saying? And my sister said, no. Look, man, when I got the call, he was there. Trust me, you did. Man, I got there. And his peoples on the street know I got there. And they know what took place when I got there and the conversation. And it wasn't about no woman, man. It was about the law. The law. That's what we were living under. People's got whooped for the law. You see, so what make us bigger than the law? Let
That's
me
right.
ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. If I was your best friend and
Mm-hmm.
you trusted me, and I go in your house and I have sex with your baby mama, your wife, or your woman, how would you feel?
I feel betrayed.
Okay. And I don't know why don't nobody else out there that act like it wouldn't bother them. Because if we look around, they out here killing each other over these women right now. A lot of these fights going on is about a female. If the female ain't set the person up, it was my woman. He went behind my back, and then they telling these guys, go and handle this. You go to jail, I'm getting you out. We gonna take care of your family. And they go to jail. They don't do nothing for them. They end up with their woman, and then got their kids trying to call them daddy or something. Come on, man. This ain't how this nation was. This ain't how
That's
this
real.
nation was.
So okay, so you say that. So um, where did the Blue Five come from? Like,
Bruh, man, I'm going to be honest with you. That's some
mm-hmm.
shit these people are made up out here. Show me one person out here saying he was a blue five. First they said Marvell started. Then they said Shorty started. Then they said I started. Show me one person that was a blue five. Look, let me tell you this. When I put this piece in the law, I meant it. It say I am what I am, and that I ain't, I'll never be. I was never nothing that I ain't today. And all I ever been in my life has been a disciple. And all I ever done in my life, you dig, was follow King Dave. You dig? Everything I do is about King Dave.
Mm.
Now tell
So do you?
somebody to show you different.
So do you? So with that being said, you don't even understand where the Blue Five come from. Do you honor King Marvell, or is Marvell considered a king to you?
Bro, man, let me say this to you. You dig? I have respect for my veil scan and all the rest of them. You dig? I don't care what nobody do. You see, it's up to me whether I want to trust them to any point. But yeah, I respect them and all of that. You see what I'm saying? Other than that, man, you know, yeah, I accept them as a friend. Whatever happened in their case happened, we all know. You see what
Right.
I'm saying? And I just know how to
I was
carry.
well, I was
Yeah.
asking if they are if you you know, yeah, you respect them, but do you? Because I'm asking this question because you basically are a historian when it comes down to this thing, and you know, in history and right now, you know, in some areas in some parts of history, you know, they refer to Marvell as being King Vale. So I was asking, do you? Being a historian, you being the one who wrote the literature for the Black disciples, you having all the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding you have of the Black Disciple Nation, do you refer to him as a king?
Let me say this. If you have a woman and you have a baby by that woman, ain't you the father?
That's right.
Yeah. Now let me put it like this. Anybody followed Marvell then and now as they king, then that's their king. Ain't nothing I can do to change that.
Mm, that's real. That's real. That's real. So with so much disunity in the streets, you know what? Okay, with so much disunity in the street, what can the elders do? You know, like the Ike Taylors and the brothers of that stature and brothers like yourself. What can the brothers who been around for a long time? What can y'all do?
We
Uh,
we we
mhm,
need to come together. We need to come together for unity's sake. You dig? They're
mhm.
my sons and daughters and nephews and grandchildren out there. And we started this. You dig? Half of us was leaders back then, appointed leaders. You dig? We can't keep saying you can't talk to these young dudes. Yes, you can. They need leadership. You see, and there's a lot of them I talk to all the time. You dig? And a lot of these guys are scared that I'm talking to them because they're getting the truth. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, we can bring unity back, man. You think all we got to do is come together. But what I'm telling you is a lot of these guys out here is hiding their hand. You see one hand, you dig, and the other one is behind their back. They hide their hand because of things they did that they don't want people to know about. But they'll say all the bad things about you and forget to tell on themselves. Because let me tell you something. Man, I don't know one leader today that ain't made a mistake or anything. You see, everybody want to prosecute or persecute certain people. You dig, and honor these kings like we don't have no faults. We have faults. We done did wrong. We done made bad decisions at times. You dig, we done allow people amongst us to do things to the members and we turned the eye on it. You see what I'm saying? Because that person was cool or that person had an army. You did. Come on, man. I ain't played them games, but certain leaders did. But I didn't play them games. You did. You violated. And bring anybody you want to bring with you. We coming.
That's definitely real. You know, so does that mean that you extending your hand out to all the elders when it come down to the brothers who come out your generation who still out there? Like, I mean, I didn't seen you. I didn't seen you in a lot of pictures, Dirk. Let me ask you this: I have seen you in a lot of pictures with elders. I didn't seen you in pictures with Ike Taylor. I didn't seen you in pictures with some of the old moles, the ancient moles. I didn't seen you in pictures with all the elders, with older brothers. Why is it that they not helping you, or what? What is the reason that y'all can't
no, that ain't true. No. The moles, the Muslims, the you got the North America, you got the Nation of Islam, you got the moles. Man, them brothers, every time I go protest, who you think be with me? I have very few disciples from every end. You dig? But man, the most of them guys be vice lords, moles, Muslims, man, them guys be there. They be there. And let me tell you something else. When stuff go on in the city, they come and get me. We sit down and we talk and we try to do something about it. Let me show you something. These people that they get all these millions to talking about stopping the violence, they ain't putting nothing in the communities. They not trying to stop nothing. They buying cars. They doing everything. But going in, oh, here's a lady, her kids don't have beds. Her lights out. Man, they ain't trying to help her get her lights out on. They ain't trying to buy beds for the kids. Oh, man, come on. Hey, man, listen. You dig? What's going on is the biggest pimping since slavery when they had these Tobies running around for the master. You did, because these guys is getting all this money. It ain't helping the community.
That's real. That's real. So what message would you give to the rappers out there? Like, what message would you give to the rappers out there that claim black disciple, and you hear all the lyrics, you know, and all the things that, like, what message would you give to these brothers to help them get an understanding the change, you know, the way?
Things is already changing. Things is already changing. If you look and see what's going on now, things is already changing. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of guys, man, was misled. They were misled. You got guys throwing down the forts. You got GDs and BDs throwing down the forts. And some of them had nerve enough to say one day, oh, we gave them the forts. We gonna carry the trade. I said, how in the hell you gonna get somebody the forts that you didn't have nothing to do with making? You see, they confused out of they messed up. But my message is this here, that the elders do sit down. You talk about brothers like Ike Taylor and other brothers that's out here. You see these brothers, you dig, like Ike Taylor, you dig, need to come to the table and sit down. You see, because a lot of people know me, man, and ain't nothing faulty about me. You dig? These guys know I played it straight up. They know if I wanted a war or I wanted to fight against them, I could have easily done it. They know I ain't did none of that shit. You dig? They know ain't none of the guys that represent me is fighting gangsters. You dig? Man, we can, who, as a matter of fact, you dig what I'm saying? Hoover is in our prayer. You dig? He been put back in it. You dig? See, when dude thought he was taking over, he had a lot of people taking out the prayer and other things. And I just redid it and put everybody back where they were supposed to be. So they said, but he's royalty. I say every black disciple, every gangster, man, is royalty. Because if we putting our life on the line, you dig, for some we believe in, but these leaders, hey man, we royalty. Ain't no one motherfucker royalty. We all royalty.
That's definitely real. That definitely
Hold on.
real.
If you want to say something else to me, I'm gonna let you, but Advisor Bo want to get something in.
Definitely. Let's get it,
Yes,
Bo.
sir. Yes, sir. Gotta hold it. Dirk. Yeah.
What's going on? What's going on, man?
What's going on, man?
I hope y'all enjoyed talking with the Don, man.
That's right.
You know?
So let's go ahead and continue, man. So when was the first time that you met King David?
Man, I was like 8 years old. I was a short. Dirk is my first cousin. He like 5 years older than me. You dig? When he jumped off the porch, I was still on that motherfucker. You dig? But as he grew in the nation, he started taking me and other cousins all around David, you dig, in different places, you know.
That's real. Okay, so we just want to establish that you have been around King David. This ain't no fairy tale. You talking something you didn't live as well. You know, so
definitely.
yeah, so when exactly did you become official disciple?
Official disciple?
Official
Man,
disciple.
we was birthed in this shit. A lot of people were drafted back in the years, man. We were born in it, man. Our family, that's all our family ever was different branches of disciples. And as kids, that's all we knew. We grew right into it, you know. And I always wanted to be a man and my own man, so I never lived off of my cousin. I lived off of me, you know. I remember in '75 when he came home out of Stateville Penitentiary, and I went to my auntie's house to see him. His sister and everybody was like, "No, you can't see him. You a bad influence." I'm like, "How the fuck I'm a bad influence and I'm following him? He my big cousin. Y'all mother talking about I'm a bad influence on him, you know." But that's how it was.
That's real. So so when it comes down to because this history, when it comes down to O Block, because everybody, O Block is like a historic place right now. Everybody talk about O Block, all around the world. So what year did you make O Block headquarters, and was it called O Block back in the days?
No, O Block was Parkway Gardens, and O Block has never been headquarters for Black disciples. The Calumet building, which was on 62nd and Calumet, that was headquarters for Black disciples. When I was gave the title Minister of Defense, at the time that the Don became the Don of Dons and Shorty Freeman became the king of the nation, I went on to establish that Calumet building as such. The brother Scan, he was 14 years old when I allowed him in the nation, and he grew to be very powerful. But that's how we raised the brothers and sisters around us. We taught them the law. And that's why we always say law govern all events. Nobody bigger than the law, not the king, the don, nobody. And I heard the Don mention that he had got violated. That was in Stateville Penitentiary uh, when one of the brothers set up to have all the police white shirts hit in Stateville. Well, who was that? Dirk? They shipped him. That was KT. KT. He laid there and moved brothers from different houses, and they found two brothers in the cell house that wasn't supposed to be in the cell house, and they traced them back to their cells and found other brothers in their cell, traced them. So they saw a big ass conspiracy going on where BDs was moved from houses. So that morning at Child, they were supposed to calm him down and hit all the white shirts. You did. But the plot was foiled, and they took KT and put him on a helicopter to Menard Penitentiary and snatched Dirk out of Menard and brought him back to Stateville. When Dirk come to Stateville, me and him end up in the same cell house in the hole and shit. He laid there and had every BD in that motherfucking joint whooped, and then had us whoop him. You did, and we sitting there talking about no. He said, "Man, fuck that," and fired on us and made us go to find his ass up. So we violated him in that cell. You did, and after that, he said, "Now, everybody got a clean slate. Any motherfucker break the law, we hung in your ass. Period." And you know that was symbolic, and that's something that I would do even to this day. You know, because when I look at the nation, everybody in the nation is in violation, man. Why? Because it say I solemnly swear to never disrespect. We disrespectful as hell. If fathers say we don't slander each other's name, nor talk about each other, we do all of that. If you break the law, man, and law govern all events, then man, nobody is beyond the law. None of us. But we move like we bigger than the law. You know, and that's what's going on today. You know, and I tell people, I say, you can't blame the youth for their behavior and talk about they breaking law. How can they break a law that y'all never gave to them? They wasn't raised with the law. I come on after penitentiary and pass the law out to the GDs and BDs all over 63rd. You did? But beyond that, man, brothers wasn't acclimated in the law. They don't know nothing about the law. You did? So it was self-preservation, man. And that's what we dealing with.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
When you say law, what law are you passing out? Because, you know,